It's time to lay the Smackdown with another blue brand review. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. But before we get into the Smackdown review for the 26th of September 2002 for San Diego, California, we have to talk about Velocity. And John Cena lost again, this time to Reverend Devon. And I think you can tell at this point, John Cena main run push is pretty much over.
It's dead. I mean, you're losing to Reverend Devon. Things aren't looking good for you because Devon is done himself. And Cena, it's mental to think how far things have fell down for him.
Yeah, I mean, in recent weeks, he had a job match to Brock Lesnar, and I think he teamed up with Edge to lose to the Guerreros a couple of weeks ago. Other than that, though, he's not really done anything relevant. So you can see that Cena's Smackdown push, the whole ruthless aggression thing, it did quickly fade away. But you could tell that the guy didn't really have much at that point. I mean, he came out with his green-coloured fucking trunks and slapped Kurt Angle. As soon as the next week he wasn't working with Kurt Angle, it just went downhill for Cena.
Just some guy.
And I think he had a couple of pay-per-view matches with Jericho.
He did it. Vengeance.
But yeah, it's not working for John Cena. Other matches on Velocity, Crash Holly defeated Billy Kidman, and Shannon Moore defeated Doug Basham. Shannon Moore is got a bit of a win streak going. I mean, he must have a good winning percentage. Out of 2002, Shannon Moore's probably got the highest win percentage, maybe outside of Brock Lesnar.
That's scary.
Can't really think of anyone who's put together as many wins as Shannon Moore.
Neither can I.
He's lost one match and won everything else. So.
Talking of streaks, though, Rikishi's got a shit streak, and that's why we kick off the show with a match.
Right up his ass.
We don't have a segment, we just have a match. I mean,
I've got nothing against Rikishi, right? Always found the guy relatively entertaining, right? I enjoyed his heel run. I'm a bad man. Running down Austin, I did it for the Rock. That's good, no, that shit, right? I'm not denying that. Chavo Guerrero, alright, wasn't really on Eddie's level, but I think Chavo Guerrero's alright, I'm not complaining. But this kicking off Smackdown with Rikishi first, to me, it's just not the way to go.
Nope. Especially after the show going off the air at Unforgiven, with Brock being launched through the fucking Titantron.
I think this show should have kicked off with Stephanie McMahon addressing what happened at Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Because I think if something happened similar to that on Raw, Eric Bischoff would be addressing it. That'd be or the people involved in the opening segment would be addressing it. I don't think we'd be kicking off with some random, alright, maybe not a random match, because Chavo did smash Rikishi with the camera, but for me, it's just not really a fucking match to kick off the show, is it?
No, it's not. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's a piss break match, but it's like
not,
a middle of the card match.
It's like, not. I mean, you're talking about competing against football and stuff like that. If you tune in Smackdown and the opening match is Rikishi, Chavo Guerrero, I think there's a good chance that you might tune off. Like, I mean,
no, there is.
But Rikishi wins, bonsai drop, good for him. Rikishi beats Chavo Guerrero. Then we got a bikini contest with Tori Wilson and Nydia. Taz is the host. Billy and Chuck, though, are the special guest scorers. And for some reason, the two guys that were pretty much gay for months are now going to rate women in their bikinis. They've got their little numbers at ringside. Nydia goes first, and she's got sneakers on, and Cole didn't like the fact she was wearing sneakers.
She's a trailer park stripper.
Trailer park, yeah. Chuck gave Nydia a 6, and Billy gave her a 9, so we got 69 here. Ha 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 ha. Then Tori takes her robe off and dances around the ring and does it a bit more, I don't know, a bit more sophisticated.
Yeah, you could clearly see when Nydia was doing it. It was like someone that's out of shape, drunk, waddling their way through a performance.
Whereas, I mean, I guess Tori done it as if she looks like someone who actually works at a strip club and does private dances. Anyway, Billy and Chuck both give Tori a 10 each, so Tori gets the win. Nydia's chewing gum falls out, she picks it back up, puts it in her mouth, walks off. Jamie Noble comes out and he accuses Billy and Chuck of being prejudiced and says that if you want to, try and embarrass my girl like that, nobody screws my girl, well, at least not like that. And then he challenges them to a match. I thought Jamie Noble would at least come out and address the fact that they've been pretty much gay for like a couple of months.
Yeah, but they didn't.
Why not cover Jamie? I mean, are they... I can't imagine at this point WWE are too afraid to go down that route. But I was expecting Jamie Noble to say something along the lines of,
"Weren't you guys homos last week?"
Like, what do you two guys know about like hot women or something like this, or
yeah,
why is two gays?
But maybe they want to distance themselves from that. I'm not too sure.
SmackDown is the pro gay show, so maybe they don't want to
I tell you what,
gays.
though, right? Tori Wilson should distance herself from the ring apron because she stood on it during this match for about 10 minutes before the referee went, "What are you doing? You need to get down through there."
You've also got to wonder why this match lasted so long.
Yeah, it was about 15 minutes.
Billy and Chuck get the win, then Nydia spits her gum at Tori. Tori attacks Nydia, and then that's it, really. We move on backstage. Funaki and Brock Lesnar. Funaki knocks on the door.
Number one announcer, Brock Lesnar, you want to interview?
He wants an interview. He wants to know if he will give Taker a rematch. Brock says he will give his answer in public in the ring. Funaki, oh, thank you, Brock. Oh, yeah, time. Number one announcer.
You give me the scoop, Brocky.
Thank you for the scoop. You give me the Scooby, Brock.
Ice cream scoop.
So, Brock is giving Funaki the scoop. We then go backstage with Stephanie McMahon, Kurt Angle, and Rey Mysterio. Steph's on the phone with a lawyer discussing Bischoff's last-minute signings. It looks like there's nothing that she can do to stop them, but she wants her lawyer to check into some other contracts, so could some Raw people be going to SmackDown? Kurt Angle walks in, congratulates Steph for putting one over on Bischoff at Unforgiven. Kurt says that Steph set up Eric perfectly. He's kissing ass here to try and get something, and of course what he wants is a match with Chris Benoit tonight. Steph said she knew Kurt would request for this match, but she's got a better idea. Rey Mysterio walks in, waves at Kurt, and Steph says tonight it will be Kurt Angle versus Benoit versus Rey Mysterio. Kurt asks why Rey would be put in the main event just because it's his hometown, and he was born here 8 years ago.
Cheap pop for me. It's Angle's delivery though.
Angle made a couple other jokes about Rey not being able to ride roller coasters and fun fairs and shit like this. It's
just a weird match, this. So there's nothing on the line. It's just a triple threat match with nothing on the line. To me, it's weird.
Kurt looks at Rey and tells him he will get the 1, 2, 3 tonight. Rey tells Kurt he won't get the 1, 2, 3 if Rey gets the 6-1-9 first. It was an okay backstage promo. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do, but I agree with you. The fact that it's a triple threat match, shouldn't something be on the line here?
I get it. Kurt's got issues with both guys, but you don't really have a grudge match as a triple threat match for me. That's just the way it is in wrestling, I think.
I would have liked the winner to get a shot at a title, although there's no mid-card title on SmackDown right now, so maybe that rules out that.
Yeah, and you've got Taker and Brock in a feud, but hey, that's not our problem, man. That's WWE's problem. If you don't have a mid-card title, then what can we do about it?
We go to the ring now. Funaki with Brock and Heyman. Funaki introduces the Undisputed Champion, Brock Lesnar. Funaki shows Brock the chair that Undertaker hit him with at Unforgiven. Brock isn't happy with this. Brock takes the chair, throws it to the ground. Funaki drops a microphone. Brock kicks out the ring, and Funaki attacks Brock. Now, does he do this before Brock attacks him? Possibly, but he gets his ass whooped. Brock hits an overhead belly-to-belly suplex, and literally, Funaki went from one side of the ring to the other, and it's fucking crazy how easy Brock Lesnar can throw these people.
It's not even how far from me, it's the velocity. He fucking threw him like he was a sack of meat.
And the height as well, it's just a combination.
The height, and he just came down so quick. Prime Brock, man, what a guy.
Although he done this on Mark Henry, so should we be surprised?
What could he do to a kid? A dwarf or something? What could he realistically do to a hornswoggle? I think he could suplex him for the ring through the Titantron. If he fucking wanted to.
Just throw him like it's fucking Tom Brady.
Aye.
Trying to do an 80-yard pass or something.
Hail Melee through the fucking...
Hail Melee? What the fuck? Hail Mary,
Hail Mary, buddy.
I wonder why they called it the Hail Mary. Was someone down a certain amount of points one day and they thought, fuck, the only way we can win is by throwing this for about 90 yards. And then someone just called it the Hail Mary.
Aye, pretty much.
Bow down to Mother Mary and pray for her.
Aye, it's something like that. It's something to do with...
Pass for the gods.
Yeah, but it's also like a strategic move and warfare, I believe, as well. So it comes to a lot of things.
When the fuck was a Hail Mary ever successful in the NFL?
I don't know.
I've been watching
I've been on a
tell you what, I've been watching it for years, and I've never seen one of these massive Hail Mary. Never.
No, it's cool actually.
Or maybe a YouTube search later on, actually. I'd like to see when the last one was. Anyway, Brock battered Funaki.
Good
segment. Backstage, we've got Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie. Dawn comes up and sarcastically congratulates Tori on defeating the hillbilly Nydia in a bikini contest. Dawn suggests someday Tori may have the guts to challenge someone who's a little bit more to offer.
Not remember, right? Dawn Marie had a segment with a guy at Unforgiven. What was that guy? I think we forgot to mention that in the review.
Oh, Christ.
With D'Lo
like
Brown
a movie star or something like that, or a TV star.
He was a fucking nobody and he thought he was The Rock.
He did. The fact that he was dealing with D'Lo Brown and Who's the other guy? Stevie Richards?
Probably kidding.
Billy Kidman. I mean, that kind of sums up where you are in the... And then it's Don Marie of all people. Nothing against Don Marie, but but I feel like if it was someone big, they'd be getting Tori Wilson or Stacey Keibler wrapping around their arm.
My problem is with it, though, normally when they get actors, like, you fucking know them. I don't remember Ashton Kutcher was on it like 2 years ago.
I think if they're getting an actor in and most of the people don't know who it is, then it defeats the point of getting them in.
Yeah, like when they brought Arnie in, I mean, who doesn't know Arnold Schwarzenegger? Everyone knows Arnie.
But that's the only point of getting a celebrity in, because everyone knows who it is. So if they're bringing
Pete Rose, everyone knows Pete Rose.
If they're bringing in someone who we don't know, then like, what's the fucking point?
There's no point. But up next with Guerrero against Edge, no DQ match, labelled one of SmackDown's best ever matches, but for me, I've just seen it too many times.
Yeah, Edge, Eddie Guerrero, just not a fan of this feud. This was labelled a no DQ match, yet they just had
It took about 20 minutes for any weapons to get used.
They had a basic wrestling match, just like for the first 15 minutes of the match, and it's like, I mean, why? Do something different.
Like, there was a spot where Guerrero landed on his neck, surprised he didn't die. You've got, I mean, the only real weapon they used was like a ladder. And I'm not saying you can't use a ladder, but and they have both been in ladder matches, right? But I just don't think that Eddie Guerrero and Edge are the two best superstars in a no DQ match to use a ladder. When I think of a ladder being used in a hardcore match, I think of like Van Damme, Jeff Hardy. I don't think of Edge Guerrero.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good match, but
I think the first half of the match was too slow. The second half picked up, but this feud needs to be over for me. And it's not, because this SmackDown 6 just goes on and on and on and on.
No, let's be honest, it's not Edge versus Angle, that's for sure.
No, it's not. But yeah, Eddie Guerrero
First to open, and he got a standing ovation at the end of the match, even though he lost. So
yeah, like, it really picked up towards the end. But for me, we were watching this. I mean, we can say top 15 matches, right? But the crowd were chanting boring.
Yeah, the crowd were chanting boring about at the halfway point, and I don't think it really got interesting until they brought the ladder out. So, I mean, that's our opinion. The execution off the top of the ladder to finish the match was crazy, though. It was a pretty
that was a pretty mad spot.
I mean, good finish, but I just think this match could have been a lot shorter. I would have cancelled out the first 10-15 minutes of the match where they were basically just having a match like they've had previously, wrestling holds. It's no DQ. Why are we doing technical wrestling in a no DQ match?
Very true. But talking about technical wrestling, Chris Benoit's up next. Weird promo for Benoit. Every fucking promo this guy cuts is weird. I don't know, man. It's just, it's every promo he does is like sarcastic. It's like, ha ha ha, Kurt. Isn't it? It's just this.
Kurt says that Angle's a tough son of a bitch, and that he's looking forward to getting in the ring with him again.
I was born to hurt.
Yeah, born to hurt. Yeah, born to kill more.
Yep.
Backstage with Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore. Matt says he's giving out some free advice to Shannon. He says he needs to watch some Matt Hardy tape. Matt says he has made The Undertaker run away the last 2 times he wrestled him. Shannon suggests it had something to do with Brock Lesnar. Matt tells him just to sit there and watch what happens in his match next. Matt leaves, and we see Brock Lesnar watching him from a distance.
Yep, and then in the match up next, Matt Hardy defeats Undertaker really quickly. Oh wait, no he didn't. It was Undertaker that buried him, so Shannon Moore got proven right here. But Brock comes out, starts battering Taker, championship belts to the dome. Then during the commercial break, we see Undertaker struggling to his feet. I mean, I thought he was going to jump on the bike. He didn't.
I've seen Taker have worse beatdowns and recover better than this.
Yeah, I think if you're going to do a beatdown like this, it needs to be on like next level for me.
I mean, Taker
this is nothing different.
Stand.
No, but this is nothing different than Spot should see in the match. Like, in a match.
Yeah, Taker could barely walk.
Just a bit weird for me. Like, I understand, he lost a lot of blood, like, I'm not denying that, but he goes to the back, he refuses medical treatment, and he falls to the ground, unable to stand. And it's like, is this really the best that this feud had to offer on this edition of SmackDown?
Yeah, I know. Again, Undertaker knew Brock was here tonight. Why is he not doing something about it?
Yeah, like Taker's first appearance is just coming out, taking on Matt Hardy in a match.
There's no police, there's no protective custody shite going on tonight, so why the hell was Taker nowhere to be seen earlier in the night? Why was Taker just coming out for his scheduled match against Matt Hardy and, being out there waiting to be attacked by Lesnar? I don't think that made sense.
No, it didn't make much.
I mean, we should have had something like this kicking off the show where Taker's looking for Brock rather than Chavo versus Rikishi.
It felt like one and done's a night. I tell you what, there wasn't many segments on this show tonight.
Compared to Raw had a shitload. SmackDown, not so much. Main event time now. Kurt Angle versus Benoit versus Rey Mysterio. Kurt Angle comes out, bashes San Diego a little bit, insults Rey Mysterio. Then we got the match, and I thought this match was a bit sloppy. I mean, it was a good match, but I definitely think they could have done better. All three of these guys could have done
very
better.
fast paced. I mean, yeah, it was very sloppy and some. I just think Ray's style just breeds sloppiness, in my opinion.
I don't think Ray's style works in multi-man matches. I think Rey against Angle was fucking quality, and it was like almost perfection. And I'm not saying that I think Rey Benoit, I don't think maybe they couldn't do as good as match as Angle, but I think they could still do a really good match. But I think when you add Rey in to Angle and Benoit, who are trying to have a technical match, then you've got Rey just like flying over the place. The speed difference, it's going to cause botches. Like
it is going to cause botches, but you know, a lot of. I mean, Rey was pretty much the. I mean, he was the hometown hero here. And
I think if you're wrestling Rey over the course of the match, you can just adjust his pace.
Yeah, but you can't
at least try to.
It's hard to go from Rey to Benoit.
But yeah, if you're going from if you're literally going move to move, and Benoit's going from the technical Kurt Angle to fast as lightning Rey, and Kurt Angle's doing the same, then it's going to be hard not to botch, and it was a bit botchy. Rey Mysterio wins after
hitting the Hurricane Rana on Chris Benoit, and just like we discussed earlier, he wins. It's his hometown crowd, but like there's just no heat with this match really. It's just alright, he's won a triple threat match. This ends the show.
I think Rey Mysterio beating Angle and Benoit should do more for him, simply rather than just winning a hometown match.
Yes.
There should be a bigger reward. For Rey Mysterio to be able to beat two of SmackDown's best, he should be getting something for that.
He got nothing. Like realistically, I mean, this just feels out of place. Good match, but I actually think Edge and Guerrero probably should have ended the show, since that's like the end of their feud.
I agree.
This match, I don't see any issue with swapping the matches about personally, and I don't think Taker or Matt Hardy should have ended it, because I feel like that match has already ended a few SmackDowns by now. But anyway, that is SmackDown in the books, guys. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I just need a wee bit more for my Raws and SmackDown these days.
I'll also give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's a good show, but there's just not a lot of interesting things happening.
Yeah.
Very match heavy. And the matches are good. Don't get me wrong, the matches are good. I'm not saying they're not, but there's just a lack of interesting segments.
There is, guys. So that's a 6 out of 10. We'll be back very soon for the top 5 moments, and then we'll get TNA. So until next time, peace.